say you'll listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry.
Welcome to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. But before we get started, a little disclaimer. Nothing in this podcast is being claimed as fact. Most everything discussed here are our own individual, personal opinions, beliefs, and experiences. We encourage you to always do your own research and form your own opinions. Nothing one person says on this podcast goes for everyone here. Each individual speaking is speaking only for themselves and no one else on the podcast. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started.
I just blew up Jenna's bathroom. Diarrhea in the third trimester.
It's a real thing.
My stomach just hurts until Hey, you know what? It's probably better than being constipated because that was a thing too.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's important and funny to say that we've already recorded this episode. We just we forgot to turn the vocals on. So we are redoing.
I think I'm in the same outfit that I wore.
How many did we mess up?
Perfect.
4 or 3?
3 of them.
Yeah, so we recorded
3 with no audio.
3
and I
are
sat
dead.
down to edit and I was like, oh fuck. And then I went to the next one. Oh fuck. And then the next one. Oh fuck. And then the fourth one. There's some audio.
Oh, we have one.
Yes. I don't know why, but me and you both were like, I feel like it's not recording for some reason. Like,
I feel like I
so
remember you
Because we
saying
didn't
that.
turn that thing on and we didn't see all the little lights and the
right.
Yeah.
But so then when we went on our break, I turned it on just to be safe.
Thank goodness you did, because that day, that was literally the day before we left. I left on my baby moon, and I didn't even have time to be here anyway.
And bing.
If you're listening to audio, I have a big fat rock on my finger now. Someone has been locked down.
Yes.
Yes. Good job, Nick.
Finally, Nick.
Yeah, I know, right? I told him last night, I was like, I literally thought this was coming like a year ago when we bought our house. Like, I thought you were, because we slow danced like with candlelight, like in an empty house, and it was so cute.
my
and I
gosh.
kind of expected to like show up when we were bringing some more of our stuff and like have a little picnic set up or something, and he didn't. And so I was like, what the hell?
Oh my God, that's so sweet. It's like the
romantic.
Notebook
It
/ like a bachelor date.
Totally.
Bachelor, yeah.
Totally.
The
Like
Bachelor.
an empty house. Yeah. I basically was like, have you ever slow danced like with someone? Like just like
Oh.
in a random place or something? And he's like, no. And I was like, we're going to do it right now. Get the speaker.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
Yeah.
Woo, bachelorette party coming.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of The Bachelor,
Oh, Bachelor, I
she's
know.
Louise.
Oh, I guess we could kind of talk about that because we're talking about relationships today. We just got
Yeah.
to keep it under 5 minutes because we're already at 3.
Okay, well, let's go there
2
real
and a
fast.
half.
Because I know there's some strong feelings in this room about Clayton.
Clayton, I freaking hate
Clayton.
him.
That's how Teddy says it. Drives me nuts. Clayton.
Isn't that like
Clayton?
Isn't Tarzan? There's like the bad guy in Tarzan. Isn't his name Clayton?
I
I
don't
have
remember
no
Tarzan.
clue.
Anyways, never mind.
I haven't really liked anyone ever that I've known named Clayton. So
I don't think
there's
I know
that.
a Clayton.
I don't know a Clayton.
What do you guys think about how that went down? I know Jen has a lot of feelings, and you and I were pretty much on the same page about how he treated Susie. Susie was always my favorite.
Always. Like, how can you
Yeah.
be mean to Susie? And if you're mean to Susie, you're a complete douchebag.
He just flipped on her like that the moment his ego was bruised.
He's
And,
just
like,
a weak little man.
I
Yeah.
will say, I
Sorry.
think he's like
Immature.
the dumbest bachelor that there's ever been. Sorry.
He has
Sorry, not sorry.
0 emotional intelligence. Like,
except
he
for
just
Juan Pablo. Juan Pablo was pretty shitty.
Oh yeah, he was bad.
And then the one guy that chose and then broke up with her and then went back to the other girl he didn't choose.
Oh,
the fact that
jeez.
they're still together is a little redeeming, though.
Yeah, I do follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, but no, I am really sad that she took him back. I think he should have ended up alone.
She seemed pretty convicted of the fact that, like, is that what I mean to say, convicted?
Yeah.
She seemed pretty, like, convicted by her feelings of, like, not wanting, because she said it. Everything she said, she called him out, and I appreciated it so much when she
Yeah.
was like, the way you turned on me and treated me and spoke to me and humiliated me, you didn't protect me.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
made me feel bad, like it was
a
my
dog.
fault.
Like I was getting
Right.
shooed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that. I felt
Oh,
that in my
dude, yeah.
gut. And I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm so disgusted by the way he handled that. And like,
she worded it so
hindsight,
well.
they've only like hung out like 5 times.
Right? They've
And
known each
you
other for,
talk
like, 8
to
weeks.
her like that?
And there
Imagine
was-
when he knows every little deep, dark secret and every flaw she has. He's turn on her so fast.
Imagine when there's no cameras on him.
Oh,
that's how he
fuck
spoke
you.
to her.
I hate him. I really do. I mean, strong feelings.
here's the
about
one
him.
thing I'll say is that just to play kind of devil's advocate is like, look, we all mess up, we all make mistakes, and we all learn about ourselves a lot in relationships. And I think it just sucks for him that he had to learn and make these mistakes on camera because it just puts
Fifth
it.
date.
He also didn't apologize to her
date.
either.
I know, but
Fifth date. Any one of us would be like, bye. Absolutely not.
Well, some of us wouldn't actually, and that's what this relationship series
Okay,
is going to
You're right.
cover as
And
well.
I haven't, and I think that's why I am the way I am now, is because I'm like, I see that red flag, I'm out of here. So let's go there. Red flags, I guess, right? This chick.
yeah.
Oh no, you have the story.
I have the story. I have one. I could throw you girls for a curveball. Do you want a different story?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Different story.
Let's film 2 today. So just to, while she's pulling that up, we want to kind of make this like a staple in, I feel like this is deja vu because I already said this, but I'm going to say it again since it wasn't recording audio. This is going to be a staple, monthly, bi-monthly, whatever you guys want. But I, through my platforms, have always been asked for advice, whether it's about a mother-daughter relationship, stepfather, and, you know, whatever, just any relationship, work relationship, business questions, romantic relationship advice. So we thought it would be really cool if you guys had a safe space that was anonymous that you could send in your, you know, questions, whether it was about a relationship of any kind, and just asking for advice. Then we could kind of chime in and
Yep. It can be friendship. It can be work related. It can be anything.
And we're not psychologists or anything like that, but I feel like each of us has our very own perspective and life experience that we can bring something to the table, take it or leave it. Actually, you know what? Somebody told me about this one yesterday, and I want to know what you guys think about it. I'll make it quick. So basically, this girl called in on a podcast. I don't know what podcast it was. Someone just told me this off the cuff yesterday. And she said that this chick that was getting married, her fiance would not allow her to touch anywhere down there. Like, they never had sex before marriage. That was kind of his thing. But wouldn't even let him, like, let her rub up on it or do anything prior. So they got married, and it turns out that excuse the car sound.
Should we wait?
No, it's okay. It's all good. Sky's going to get some
coffee
for us.
You guys have put up with far worse when it comes to sound.
Yes.
Yeah, like my child.
No. I mean, I was listening to our first episodes. I'm like, oh my God, that hurts my ears.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, so turns out that this guy has literally a tiny micro penis, and she's like, was I misled? Is it terrible that I don't want to move forward with this relationship now? Because as horrible as that sounds, sex is a really big part of a relationship. And if you can't enjoy each other sexually, even if there is a micro penis involved or something else involved, whatever.
So are they married now?
Yes. And she didn't find out about this until he was.
And it's like actually affecting their sex life.
Oh, she wants to divorce him because the sex life is non-existent because she can't even feel it.
Was he a virgin before this, or had he had relations with other? I'd be curious.
Questions I don't know.
Was it manipulation? Like, had women said something in the past, and that's why he hid it from her?
I feel
or
like-
was it just because he, you know, I have friends that have not had sex before marriage, and that's
But they felt it, right? Or touched it or rubbed up on it. I mean, I feel like if you don't disclose that, like that's like not disclosing
But maybe
a large
Did
part
she
of
not
yourself.
let him, or he didn't let her?
He wouldn't let
But if
her.
he was
go
a
anywhere near it.
virgin and that was something that was important to him, then maybe he didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Was it an intentional
Maybe he didn't know it was
thing,
small.
or was it like
A micro penis?
Like,
You know this.
what's
what
micro-
constitutes a micro penis?
Google it. I've Googled
Okay.
it plenty of times. I should actually have this memorized. But
I'm not gonna Google a micro.
I think my ex did.
I mean, there's
man.
nothing wrong with having a micro penis, but I do have to say it's not for everybody. So, and I do feel like the size of your wiener and the motion of the ocean matters. So I don't know if I married someone and they didn't disclose that to me, I would be upset.
Well, those are conversations that you should have. Like, if
I
sex is
agree.
important to you and it's not to your partner, then maybe you should be rethinking it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
sex is important to everyone in every relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of the
It can be
basis
less
of-
important to some.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I was the same way. I didn't want to have sex until I was married. I mean,
Yeah.
I obviously, like,
Do you have a
know,
micro penis, Jenna?
ew.
Do you have a button? Do you have a button?
No, but my ex did. I think my ex did. I'm not
Oh,
even like
okay.
trying to be a dick. Like, I do think so.
Did it come out of the top?
You're
of your
not trying
hand
to be
like
a
this?
micro dick?
Huh, wait,
Hard.
whoa, too many questions. Wait, what? Hold on.
You first.
No, I said you're not trying to be a micro dick. It was just a joke.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And yes, it was like thumb.
So that wouldn't have come out the top of your
Not
hand.
when it was not hard.
Okay,
like
when it was hard, I've experienced one that didn't even come out of the top of my hand
Yeah,
like
I
this,
mean, it's
and I would
probably about
consider that
that.
micro dick.
Yeah, it was probably about that.
That's a tiny little
Yeah.
wiener.
It's a tiny little wiener.
Yeah,
And you know
don't
what?
have that issue. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it says micropenis is typically diagnosed at birth.
Mm.
The condition can be caused by irregular hormone levels during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy.
Huh.
Usually self-diagnosable. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
He knew.
He knew. He knew.
I just feel like growing up as a guy,
Mm-hmm.
you always compare, you see in the locker room, you have these conversations, girls talk about it. Like you always hear about like what's an average size. So like I just feel like if you have something not maybe abnormal going on down there, you should probably talk to your partner about it.
But there's growers and showers. So maybe he didn't really know. Maybe he just
he
thought.
fucking knew.
I don't know.
I mean, if
He knew.
like your right breast, would you let them know?
Well, yeah.
Well, they would see it.
Well,
But-
if you had like a fake one.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Well, I'm just saying, if he saw other guys in the locker room who had a small little wiener too that were growers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he thought, oh, they're just like me. I'm just saying, maybe the
have
guy
conversations
really
about it.
didn't.
this conversation.
What do you guys think? I honestly think that he should have disclosed that information.
there-
It should have been discussed.
Is there something they can do surgically for it? I think there's like implants, right?
That's true.
I mean, if you love the guy and you're married, then like there's probably ways to make it work.
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Apparently, she is second guessing her love for him because his dick
Well, then
is
that's
so
not
small.
love.
More than the micropenis.
Then that's not
I'm
love.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But honestly, I'd have trust issues after that if you hadn't disclosed that to me and talked to me about it. Like, for instance, if my vagina was so small that I could only fit a tiny little wiener or like this much of a guy's dick in there, I would tell somebody that if I was going to get married to them. Just by the way, like, let's talk about like anatomy real quick. Like, here's something that's a little abnormal about me. And I just wanted to like put it out there so there's no surprises when we get married and have sex. Like, that's something you share. Those are intimate details of your life and body that you share with your significant other. I know, but I give her full. I'm like, you can go ahead and divorce him. Like, he'll find his person who's okay with a micro dick, and then we can all move on and be happy. Right?
Oh man. Okay, well, since we're talking about like sex and relationships, I feel like we should talk about this one that this girl emailed us that
Okay.
we talked about on the last one, but we
So-
did not.
Make up a fake name, right?
We'll say Lauren.
Okay.
Okay, so Lauren she has been with her boyfriend for 7 years. They do not plan on getting married though, but they plan on just staying together forever. Well, she told us that every morning her boyfriend has a routine and he likes to masturbate before he gets in the shower. Okay. And she tells him, like, you can wake me up and I can help assist you in this. But he doesn't do that. And sometimes she's in the other room and he likes to watch porn while he's doing it. And she's like, it's really awkward because I go into our bedroom thinking he's in the shower and he's not. He's about to,
Finish.
finish, looking at some other girl's boobies. And so she's just really confused and upset about it and is like, I'm not really sure how to feel. Like, it does upset me. It feels almost like he's cheating on me. Like, I'm in the other room and he's like looking at some other girl. And, but she's like, am I selfish? People tell me, masturbation is normal. But she's really even like questioning her relationship over this. And so she's kind of like, what do I do? What do you guys think?
Probably makes her pretty insecure knowing that he's choosing
Another
watching a
woman.
random stranger on his phone every morning instead of engaging with her in that way, because that's such a special, sensual thing you do with your partner and you share. And I realize that with guys, sex is usually a little different, not always, but than it is for women. We're a little more emotionally invested typically. But to me, that screams unhealthy, not obsession, but habit, like almost like a porn habit. Addiction. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. It's a really sore subject for me. And I know, like, when the three of us were talking last time, I was it just kind of gave me anxiety because I actually had someone in a previous relationship, not my husband, but he was addicted to pornography. And I don't think men will ever understand the way that it makes us women feel. And
Unless they listen to us when we tell them about it. But
right,
yeah.
which
That was my whole thing is we don't know if she's talked to him about it.
Right.
yeah, we don't know.
So when you guys send in your questions, please give us all the details.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if she's told him that she doesn't like that,
And it
and
hurts
he's
her
continuing
feelings.
to do it, then that's just completely insensitive, and she should bail. But if
Yeah.
she hasn't said anything, then
Yeah, then
Sounds
she
like
needs to talk to him.
Honestly, from what I'm gathering from it, sounds like she is almost either with someone that's a little bit of a gaslighter, where they're like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Like
You're
everyone
overreacting.
does
a big
this,
deal about this. Everybody does it.
right?" And that is a red flag. That's a
Yeah.
Gaslighting is like the number one red flag for me because I dealt with
Will
it in my past
you-
relationships.
I
what
didn't really
Clayton
know
did.
what red flag or red lighting meant. Will you kind of explain it? Because I feel like maybe some of our listeners don't understand that term.
Let me okay, so I actually found the perfect frickin' meme about gaslighting the other day. So let me see if I can find it and read it to
Well,
Okay.
you finish.
because it was awesome.
You were
I
talking about
Yeah, so I just-
interrupted you.
No, it's fine. So I come from a very firm place, and not everyone's going to agree with my opinion on this, but I think porn is cheating. If you're in a relationship, you're monogamous, I think porn is cheating. I don't get to go look at some other naked guy. Why do you get to look at another naked woman? And I think that our society has just given males this pass, like, oh, it's fine. I even had a therapist tell me once, like, oh, every guy looks at porn. Yeah, that might be true, but that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it this thing that we should just accept. No, like, we should stand up against it. And I'm sorry, but I go to a church where men openly communicate and talk about it with each other, their wives, their struggle with it. But that's what it is. It's a struggle. They're not accepting it. They're like, this isn't okay. And I may want to click on this, but I know that I can't. And if I do, I need to talk to my wife and I need to like direct this. You don't just like set up camp and like be like, oh, it's fine and just accept it. So that's my very strong opinion. And people may not agree, but I'm like, to me, porn is cheating. So
Everyone
it's
can
a
have their
no-go.
own feelings
Yeah.
about it. The thing is, if it's making you feel uncomfortable or something in a relationship, then that is your internal moral compass letting you know that that's not something that you feel okay about, and you should not feel the need to change yourself to agree with what society pushes on us. In terms of like relationships and what's right and what isn't, because if that's bothering you, you are entitled to that feeling. And it doesn't matter if your friend thinks it's okay or not a big deal, or if your significant other thinks it's okay or not a big deal. All they have to do is respect you enough to know that that's not okay with you, and to make the changes necessary to make you happy and please you and keep you feeling great about yourself. Because if he's not willing to change and adjust things for you and wants to laugh at you and tell you it's not that big of a deal or whatever, then you're going to have to make a lot of concessions in your life, and that's not going to work long term. And here is what gaslighting looks like. And I had this in my past relationships, and it doesn't get better. It gets worse. So they deny they said or did something, even with proof. They accuse you of doing things that you know they have done. They turn others against you to take away your support system. They tell you that you're crazy. You are never right. You constantly feel like you have to defend reality. Your trust in yourself and your intuition erodes. So that's your intuition telling you that that's not right. That's not good for you. That doesn't make me feel good. You always feel confused about whether you're on good terms. You find yourself collecting proof that things happened so you can reassure yourself. And again, in that, this person will also make you feel like you don't know if you should just accept it or move on. No, you shouldn't just accept it. That is your moral compass going off and saying, hello, hello, hello. We don't like this. This isn't right for us. And some people want to watch porn with their significant other and others don't. So you just have to listen to your inner voice, I think. And if like your partner is not willing to like change and maybe like lessen the porn watching, because I feel different ways about it. Like we kind of have a don't ask, don't tell policy in our household that we kind of haven't really spoken about. It's more of one of those things that like, you're a guy. I'm sure you have your urges, and I don't like the idea of my fiance, watching porn. But at the same time, if he's going to, it better not be very often, and I don't ever want to hear about it or find it. When we first started dating, I did find porn magazines in his car that he says he used for Mexico, like when he would get pull
old
over.
school.
I know.
And who has magazines anymore?
And then a magazine in his bathroom. And then I found one in our new place.
From Mexico too.
Right? And so I just kind of told him, I was like, you know what? This is like the third porn magazine I found. And I'm just going to be totally upfront with you. I am not okay with this. Like, if you want to watch it here and there on your own time, I don't want to fucking know about it. And I don't want to hear about it. And I damn well better not find another one of these fucking magazines in our house because it will be over. So I was very specific, and I feel the same way about strip clubs. And I'm dating a firefighter. He is one of the boys. Like, that's like what they do. And I asked him literally the other day, because we were in Mexico and there was a bunch of chicks topless on the beach. And I was texting you guys about it because I was very uncomfortable. And I let the first one go. I let the second one go. Then the next day we went back and there's just all these topless girls again. And I'm pregnant right now and whatever, and just kind of feeling whatever way about my body. And so I'm just like, and I could see him like looking at them out of the corner of my eye. And of course he's going to look. He's a guy. I looked. And so I kind of told him, I said, you know what? I'm really uncomfortable with all these topless chicks. Like, I'm not okay with this. Like, and he's like, okay, let's get off the beach. And like, he immediately did whatever it was that would make me feel comfortable.
Good.
Yes. And so then somehow we started talking about like strip clubs and bachelorette parties and bachelor parties. And I was just like, so why do you, and because he was like, no, you're right. That's totally inappropriate and, whatever. And I could tell he was just bullshitting me just to like make me feel better. And I was like, you don't really think that. So why are strip clubs okay for you then? And he's like, well, it's a novelty. And then Brooklyn and I Googled the definition of novelty, and we're like,
It's not a novelty,
no,
Nick.
it's not. So he just thinks it's like one of those things that guys do, and like it's okay and it's not a big deal. And, I don't need him to necessarily agree with me. I'm not trying to change anyone. But at the same time, if I'm not okay with it, that's part of this package that you get. So
Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to, is like you guys and your relationship and what you guys want to do. Because I mean, I honestly, like, porn has never been a big part of my life. I've never had to deal with it with another person. I've never watched it. To me personally, I think I've seen it like once, and it just looked like it hurt. Like, it did not turn me on at all. It made me feel like, why would, like, I don't even want to have sex now. Like, that's gross. Not that it's gross, but like, it just doesn't. It just doesn't look like it feels good. It looks like it hurts. So I don't know. But yeah, I think what it boils down to, like, if we're just giving advice and not like saying if we think porn is right or wrong, then like, yes, it comes down to like, is he doing and taking your feelings into consideration and what you think is important? Right. And if something's hurting you, why would somebody that you love do that to you? Like, why would they allow something that hurts you to continue? So
because they're more selfish.
Exactly. So that's a bye-bye thing. You guys aren't married, so kick rocks.
I'm curious why too. And maybe she'll listen to this and like respond to us. But I'm curious, like, why do you guys not want to get married? Like, what is you want to be together forever? Yeah, that's what I'm curious. Is it really you that doesn't want that, or is it him who's trying to kind of lead you into, just being with him, but not having the commitment of the ring and whatnot? And not that I think we can really find a solution for this, but something that my husband and I have done and come to is
me too. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. So two things. So I gave him a nice little book for his wedding present, and he still has it. And if I'm gone or out for the day or something, he has put it to use before. And I'm like, fine by me, because you're just looking at me. So that's great. And then also, I know we talked about this. We all there's hidden albums on your phone, and
shared ones you can share with somebody.
Yeah. So my husband may or may not have a hidden album of.
Nick has a huge hidden album. Please don't steal his phone. Like, that album, it's like videos.
You guys just put like a big like red flag or green flag on their phones, your husband's phones, fiance's phones.
Well, I'm more
luckily
worried about...
no men listen to this podcast, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, but yeah, giant folder.
It's for his eyes only.
Videos and photos from the past 2.5 years, just all in one place, and I upload them randomly too. Like, if we're apart from each other, I'll just upload one, and it notifies him when something new is in there. And he'll ask me for stuff. Like, if I'm in Nashville for a little while, he'll be like, "Hey, can you like Send me a video. So that's one way to do it too.
The other day I was at the salon and just was like about to pump, and I was like, my boobies look really good. I'm going to send Andy a picture in the bathroom of the salon.
I love it.
Confession.
Yeah, I love that.
Our bathroom is now a confessional place.
Right?
It's a cute bathroom.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
But hey, I think it's a great way to encourage your man's sexuality and not try and put a flame over it, but arouse them from yourself. You know?
I think that's
and
a great
so
idea.
Maybe they can work something out like that. Like maybe he likes the way that he does it himself and he doesn't want her help, but then okay, well, make him a little video or pictures or something. You know, maybe there's something she can do.
Did she say if they do have sex?
She did. Yeah,
She said
she
they
did
do.
say that they have a healthy
Pretty often.
sex life. Yeah, pretty often. So, I don't know. I also just wonder if this guy
I'm intrigued by
is
this one.
struggling with. I mean, a lot of men
think he's
struggle with a
addicted.
porn addiction. Yeah, there's a spirit of lust there that's really strong over him. So,
Yeah. And always you can switch things up. There's actually a website called Beducated, and I did a sponsored video with them not recently, but semi-recently. And you can go on there and learn how to give like the best blowjobs and the best hand jobs. And they give you all these tips and ideas. And so I'm not saying that you don't have talent or anything, and that's why he's in the other room wanking it himself. But I'm just saying if you want to like spice things up and if he's willing to try to change things and you want to add a little something in there, you can definitely get some fun tips and tricks off there, like massages to do. I did one on Nick actually the other day from that website, and he like loved it. He's like, okay, that lasted like way too long because like I just needed to get into it, but that was awesome.
that's so funny. I love that. Oh wait, pause.
Coffee's here.
Coffee.
My daughter's asking me for shoes.
The answer is yes. Have you seen Jenna's shoes? Go buy them.
Go buy them. Oh look, I don't have a sticker on the bottom of my shoes today. Are you guys proud of me? Yay.
No stickers.
These are the only shoes that fit me right now because I have cankles.
I don't think you have kinkles. Your feet are just swollen.
All of it's swollen. You can't even see my ankle. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
This is all
that
sore.
side.
It's getting a little swollen. Yeah. Well, what were we saying?
We were talking about trying new things in the bedroom.
I love the idea of that app because I just am not someone that was like a very like super sexual person or adventurous or you know and
I remember I was like anal sex.
we just have one rule in our household: no butt stuff.
Yeah, and then
Not even for you?
Exit only.
Oh gosh. We don't have that rule in my household. Bring it on, baby. Just bring the right lube, okay? And maybe not while I'm pregnant, okay? There's like anyways.
I'm like turning red over here. I think I'm sweating.
Well, I mean,
I'm sweating too. It's hot.
No, I just think it's fun. It's just a fun way to like spice up your marriage in the bedroom and like learn things because I'm not going to go watch a porn video and learn how to do something new. So I think this is a great way to like encourage your sexuality in the bedroom and have it not be porn, you know?
You ever had a guy do something new in the bedroom and you're like, where the fuck did you learn that? I feel like I've had Nick do that before and I'm like, you have never done that. Where did you learn? Don't answer that question. Just,
Don't answer that.
Just keep doing that. Not as hard though because it hurts.
So funny.
So anyways, I guess our advice is kind of a little all over the place. We need a little bit more information, but first of all, it sounds like you should really have a good heart-to-heart with him. Figure out
If you
like,
haven't.
if he's willing to make adjustments to make you comfortable, and don't feel bad about being vulnerable and telling someone that you feel uncomfortable and insecure and it hurts your feelings. Like you have to be vulnerable with your man or woman or whoever you're with. I think that's a big part of growing and being intimate in every type of way. So that's kind of like number one thing. And then in our opinion, it sounds like collectively, if he's not willing to make the changes to make you comfortable, make you happy, then you deserve better.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to say about that.
Yes.
So if you have any other questions that you want to throw our way, you can email us. Our email is in the description box. And give as much information as possible. Like think about it. If you were telling someone that literally knows nothing about your situation, has an inside view, like tell us all the details.
It's been really great doing this so far because the emails that we've gotten, I swear everyone at the top is like, I love that you guys are doing this and it's not as anonymous because I have no one to talk to about this kind of stuff. And so we've gotten some people who, I mean, they really just want someone to talk to and just kind of get some unsolicited advice.
And it's unbiased too, because we don't know you and we don't know your partner, we don't know your boss or whoever it is that you're having the issue with, or
Yeah, it's good just to branch out, because I know like within friend groups sometimes you can have the same opinions. So it's good to get, even if you have a friend.
Or sometimes you don't want to like tell your friends that you have this issue with your significant other, Like you don't want to hear other people's opinions because everyone does.
So that's what we're here for. Girl talk.
Just your girlfriends, local girlfriends on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
Okay. Well, I think that's it, ladies. Until next time.
Until next time.
All right.
Thanks
bye,
for
you guys.
listening. Bye, guys.